Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Tuesday edition of Rasaji Speaks. Welcome to the month of October. Beginning today, we are officially on our new site. You're going to start to see emails and everything regarding that. This Thursday, we will have Andy and Brother Nate on to help us navigate everything and to answer any questions you might have about that. There'll be an email going out very soon to our over 2,000 free students. There will have an incredible opportunity to join the first month, and it's probably already went out, but it's going to give you 50% off, not for 7 days like you heard. The staff and the board voted to give you guys a longer period of time, so you can thank all those guys. And you're going to get a full 30 days is our way to say thank you for hanging in with us the last 14, 16 months. And you're going to be able to experience that. You'll get a 50% coupon and information in that email. If you haven't checked, it's probably already in your or spam box. So go ahead and check that. That'll give you a good chance you'll be able to get on the gatherings on Wednesday, live training on Friday, PFL. It's wonderful. You're going to want to do that. Also, a little bit about the Nashville tour. We are absolutely over now, 50%. There's not as many seats as there were in Philly. And the early bird special will be running out 2 weeks from today on the 15th. So, get in, give yourself early, save about 20%, and use that for something else that you want to use it for. Today's title is Lost Wisdom, Unraveling the Secrets of the Atlantean Civilization. Well, this was a good one because one of the reasons that Lama G is living in Florida, besides the obvious, if you understand the storm of Helene that came this past week, you will know Lama G and some other Tai Chi Gong practitioners and teachers and members of our Circle of Chi were allowing to make it not quite as much as it would have been. I mean, literally, this was a buzzsaw. It was, in a sense, almost closer to a tornado with the damage it was going. You don't see a storm every day moving 24 miles an hour. One of the reasons Lama G has been off and on here for over the last 5 decades is for that reason. That's one of the reasons. The other reason, one of the main reason, is because the Atlantean body and continent, the northern end runs into an area called Ponte Vedra Beach. If you're Googling it on your map, put in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida, which is looking like more every day. That's where our first wellness center will be. And just north of that is Jacksonville Beach. So between North Ponte Vedra and South Jacksonville Beach, which is the next beach, that's where the northern end. Then you go down to about Anastasia, which is South St. Augustine. Go somewhere between 7 and 15 miles out from the coastline. And best recollection, that's where Atlantean sunk. The wisdom was huge. And they had this kind of dome atmosphere to protect them from the weather of the time, because weather was kind of reaping a lot of havoc in the time. They had this idea to build almost like a plexiglass dome, if you will. They started a priesthood, and for a long time, it was really powerful. They had opened the heart and the power center. They were chanting. They were using all kind of crystals, a lot of crystals being used at the time. what began to happen was the downfall. And this happens a lot of times with ego of an organization. So the priestship just little by little turned darker and darker and darker. We have things in place in the lamasery that keeps that from happening. And we've been doing that for 3,000 years. And we're implementing all of those procedures with our board, with our staff, with our teachers to keep everything at check and double check. As a matter of fact, we're going to have in place what the old lamasery itself don't even have in place, because we're talking about millions of people down the road. In order for us to have millions of people, members, and students, we're obviously going to have tens or hundreds of thousands of instructors. Just in the next 5 to 15 years, we're probably looking at somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 instructors. And we'll be well into the lower millions when that happens, when you do the math. So that'll be powerful. How do you keep your teachers in check? Because you're teaching them city yoga traditions. We don't want what happened to Atlantis to happen to our organization. It's very important we keep things in check. We have a lot of things in place with our tours, our online training with the new website, which is exciting. We're opening up wellness centers, 3 to 5 a year. That's going to be extremely exciting. And the balance between having the connection to nature, like you see here, and being able to interact with the public. That balance of you having 1 foot in nature, 1 foot in nature, and another foot in acting. Because how are the people going to find us? Boots on the ground and belly to belly teaching is the core of what we do. The internet is actually more of a support than anything else. Yes, 3 or 4 years ago, we started on the internet. We had to. The big C was roaming out there. People of authority were looking to put people in chains and masks and back into slavery. But that's kind of over for right now. I mean, they're always looking for a new way to do that. But that being said, we're doing that. If you focus on this background, you'll notice a sunrise coming through the trees. I really love this picture that Brother Andy did for me because it's one of the easiest ways. This way, in doing mirror meditation, are one of the 2 easiest ways to uncover with your 3 and 4D eyes what your energy body looks like. That's right. If you hold your hands and go face the sun being shaded in a forest and look, you will see the film going around your hands and fingers. And that film is your energy body. It's the same in the window, right? And it kind of looks smoky in the beginning, but little by little, as you get stronger and your extra sensory goes extra sensitive, what will happen is you'll start to see colors and then faces. And little by little, it's amazing what begins to happen. Angels will show up. Faces of you in past lives will show up. It's just amazing. It's just an unraveling of the veil of consciousness because you're moving into super consciousness. It's really pretty profound. But we have to learn to keep our head in the heavens and our feet firmly on the ground. And that's what Atlantis lost. They lost sight of that. And they began to use that energy to give power to in a manipulative kind of way. And because so much of the priesthood was so powerful, they were able to turn on the people very short period of time. But karma's karma. And for every action, bad or good, there's an equal an opposite reaction. And just like Adolf Hitler, for killing all the people that he did, he sticks a gun to his head, right? So that energy turned inward on the priesthood and literally just started to blow up the inner workings of Atlantis as if a bomb had hit it. And little by little, like a ship itself, it began to sink. It did, down beyond 300 feet at the bottom of the ocean. It's hard to find things when they're 300 feet deep. You know what I'm saying? Beyond 300 feet deep. Some places in the world, you can go down thousands of feet. A lot of people don't know that. But the deeper you go, the colder it gets, the darker it gets. It gets hard even with apparatus. People wonder, why haven't they found Atlantis? Well, who says they haven't? Baraka Bashine, may the blessings be to your glorious self. Remember, new site. Don't miss Thursday's PFL broadcast this week. Also, get going on Nashville. Seats are getting taken up fast. Why spend more money when you know you're going to spend it anyhow, right? Makes no sense. Time to get moving. Don't procrastinate. That is the thief of dreams. Procrastination is the thief of dreams. Remember that. See you soon. See you tomorrow on Hump Day. God bless you. God bless your family.